What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA, and man, it is a hot mess over there at The Witcher on Netflix, man. These guys have absolutely destroyed this show, okay? They've destroyed it, and they're just going to destroy it even more with stuff like this, okay? Henry Cavill was the reason people were going to see that thing, all right? He was the guy. He was the star, all right? He's the one that made people want to go, and that's why you see all of this damage control came out after he left, all right? Because everybody was like, well, wait a minute. We like Henry Cavill. Why is Henry Cavill leaving? Oh, Henry Cavill is leaving because you guys ain't sticking to the source material. You're not doing The Witcher justice, all right? And Henry Cavill warned you about this back in interviews way long time ago. He said, hey, stick to the source material or we ain't got issues, okay? You don't stick to the source material, we got all kinds of issues. We got all kinds of problems now. That's what happened. And now here we go with the damage control and the smear campaign. You knew it was coming. You had to know this was coming eventually because that's how these cats in Hollywood operate. This little bubble that they live in is not reality, okay? And they can't have anybody stamping on what they think of themselves, okay? They can't have themselves be the problem. No, we got to make somebody else the problem. It was Henry Cavill the whole time. Didn't you know? It was Cavill that was the problem the entire time. And that's what this stupid article says. We're going to go ahead and read this. Now, this is a transcript from a podcast, okay? The Deuce Moi podcast. I guess that's what that's supposed to say. And it's about Henry Cavill and his, kind of actions on The Witcher. Let's go ahead and check a look at that. This person starts off saying, I recently got this message and somebody was like, do you want to know what really went down? And I was like, sure. So let me just read it. Straight up, this is a chick we already know. I don't even need to know who. Both sides of this is women, okay? Because women are the only ones that start off gossiping like this. Men just get to the point. It says, at the beginning of the show, Henry was good to work with. A lot of unusual demands that made people feel like he wasn't a team player, but that's not unusual for a big star. Though in TV, it truly usually doesn't happen until the second season. But in season 2 and 3, something shifted, and he became really impossible for women to work with, which is always a big problem. But worse here because the showrunner is a woman. Now, time out. I want y'all to just keep in mind, this person is saying that Henry Cavill was difficult to work with women, okay? Not dudes, not guys, just difficult to work with women. And they're saying, because it's even worse because the showrunner is a woman, okay? So they're already just kind of laying out some kind of lame brain argument about sexism or misogyny or something like that. All right, let's continue. He would try to overrule her and try to get changes made last minute across the board without her knowledge. So I'm going to translate this nonsense to basically saying, yeah, he was asking them to stick to the source material that's in the books. Because I guarantee you, Henry Cavill didn't just find out what was about to happen at the last minute, okay? I'm pretty sure Cavill knew what was in the script, okay? He knew what was in the script. He had read the script. He knows the books. He read through the script. And he was probably from giddy up saying, oh, whoa, where's this script going with the story? This isn't making any kind of sense. He knew what was happening at the beginning. And he probably said something and they probably ignored him. Ah, man, whatever, Henry, you're just a talent, okay? Get out there, put your little Geralt outfit on, look good for the camera, and then that's it. We, the ladies, are running this thing, okay? We're going to tell you what to do. That's how this thing was going down. You already know it, okay? And he was probably chiming in and saying what he had to say all along the way in the process, okay? And then when he does get down to the last minute and they're shooting it, they say, hey, look, this is all wrong, okay? This is not the way Geralt would act. This is not the way the story should be flowing. It should be doing something different. You know that's how it was going down, okay? But this person is going to sit up here and say, oh, no. He was just trying to overrule her and get last-minute changes made without nobody's knowledge. I call bullshit on that. Henry Cavill is a professional. He's an actor. He has never come off even looking like somebody that would do some last minute switcheroo. Okay, that's not what Henry Cavill would do. I don't know the guy personally, but everything that I've seen of him, I have a hard time believing this. Let me just say it that way. Which, if you know anything about show running, is completely fucked. The showrunner has to sign off on every minuscule detail down to the buttons of a costume. Female writers and directors were suddenly completely ignored on set, unable to do their jobs. I'm gonna translate that. Female writers and directors were being told, hey, you guys are messing this thing up. You guys are doing this wrong, okay? I'm the Witcher guru, okay? I probably know more about it than you guys, the ones that are sitting up here writing and directing the show. I actually probably know more about this franchise and this universe than you do, okay? Let me school you. Come on, sit around, get a little semicircle going. Let me teach you about the Witcher. That's probably how it's going down, and they pissed off about it. every department head was complaining. Complaining about what? Complaining about the star actually trying to be accurate to the source? Come on, man. Come on. I don't believe any of this. He started making comments. It wasn't a sexual thing. He wasn't grabbing anyone. He wasn't being lewd. It was just disrespectful and toxic all the same. So he started making comments. Do you notice that they don't give any real details as to what it was he was saying? Okay. They just said he was trying to make what? Last minute changes across the board without her knowledge, without saying exactly what those changes were. All right. Because I guarantee you it has everything to do with the source material. All right. He started making comments. Comments like what? Hey, you idiots, you're not paying attention to the damn source material. I mean, I wonder if that's what it was. I wonder if that's what his comments were. All right. It wasn't a sexual thing. No, he wasn't grabbing anyone. He wasn't being lewd. No, but it was disrespectful. No, it wasn't disrespectful. I guarantee you it wasn't disrespectful. And again, I wasn't on set. I don't know. But I'm again, just going off of what we have seen from Henry Cavill. Okay. Henry Cavill does not come off like somebody that was going to be disrespectful and toxic. And if you guys took his criticisms of your show as disrespect, that's a you problem. I don't understand what's going on here, man. But these chicks don't need to be running shows. Absolutely not. So it goes on to say he's deeply addicted to video games. Oh, look, you know where this is going. To the point where it was like working with any other addict. He was distracted. He was late. He was obsessive. And a lot of people think that the misogyny came from gamer world. What? I mean, I could have saw this coming. I should have been able to see this coming. I need to clean my glasses because this was the obvious next move, man. This was the obvious next move. Holy crap, man. So now it's misogyny, okay? Now Henry Cavill is a flaming misogynist from the gamer world, okay? That's where we're going with this now. Video game bro language is not how you talk to coworkers, and he wouldn't stop. Someone on the show compared it to watching somebody get brainwashed by QAnon. Like his whole personality shifted. Eventually, his disrespect escalated. Again, not one single detail. Give me a line of what he said, okay? Put it out there. Say exactly what he said. Speak it. Okay? You can't because you're making this shit up, man. Nobody believes a word of this crap. And it's sad to see, right? Because this is the type of stuff that pisses me off, okay? I have not seen anything in mainstream news media or anything that's even remotely close to disparaging out of the mouth of Henry Cavill. Not one time. I haven't seen anything. And the fact that these cats are sitting up here trying to disrespect this man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But this is what you can expect. So let's recap so far. Henry Cavill, right? Who you guys said is good to work with, right? Good to work with. That's what you guys got here, okay? But over the course of basically 2 or 3 seasons of dealing with the Witcher showrunner and her female directors and writers, it suddenly became this brainwashed QAnon gamer, bro, misogynist, whatever you want to call him, right? Who's just disrespecting everybody on site. All right. Everybody on the set just disrespecting him for no other reason than because he loves video games. Okay. No other reason, right? Has nothing to do, because even if I were to accept that Henry Cavill was being a little belligerent on set, all right? Even if I were to accept that, why? What was he arguing about? What was he saying? You notice that's not in here, okay? You notice that's nowhere in this, all right? And that tells you everything that you need to know. When people leave out important details like, you know, he was making comments. What did he say? What were the comments? You know, even though he was making comments, what were the comments? You know, again, this is how you know people is lying to you. This is how you know people are just giving you half the story, all right? Because they don't want to be honest about what's really going on, all right? Because if they came out and said what he was saying, they would look like the fools, because they would be like, yeah, he was saying basically that the showrunner wasn't knowing anything about the Witcher universe, and like this whole thing is a farce and a baloney show and it's just trash. Henry Cavill was just like schooling us. He was telling us stuff we didn't even know about the Witcher. He was busting out books. He was showing us like, hey man, read this part right here. You see what it says? Yeah, this part is telling you everything that's about this scene. That's all screwed up. Yeah, basically that's what Henry Cavill was doing it, and everybody was getting in their feelings and getting mad and getting butthurt. But at the end of the day, Henry Cavill was right. We were wrong, but we don't want to admit it. So let's just come out here and give him some nonsense story about he was a Gamergate bro. Like, Jesus Christ, man. This stuff is just unreal. It's so funny, but at the same time, it's not funny, okay? Because like they're throwing this man's reputation out there. Like this guy was really out there being a misogynist. You know, like he was really out there disrespecting women or whatever. Because straight up, let me say this, like a lot of females, and I'm not saying all women, but I'm saying a lot of women, you know, they want to step into like a space that's dominated by men, but they still want to, but they don't want to be treated like the men would treat another man. Because I guarantee you, if there was a dude that was sitting in that same room and Henry Cavill was like, yeah, you know, hey, bro, this is not right, this is wrong or whatever, they would talk it out and handle it like men. But the women, they get their emotions. Because I guarantee you, look, if Henry Cavill was in that same situation with a dude writer or a director or whatever, if he was in that same situation, the two of them, he would have approached it the exact same way. And just because a man approaches you and says, hey, this isn't right, this is wrong, it doesn't mean he's a misogynist and he hates women and, you know, oh, well, you know, you have a problem with women and women in authority. No, I got a problem with what you're doing. Okay, if this was a dude here, I'd be saying the same thing to the dude. And the women don't want to accept that. That's the problem. That's the problem. They're in a universe dominated by male readers, okay? Men read the richer. All right, I'm not saying that females don't. I'm not saying that. But it's mostly a male dominated sci-fi fantasy, especially that kind of fantasy is dominated by a lot of males, okay? Men read through those books, okay? They play the video games, they collect the figurines, they collect all the stuff. That's what we do, okay? We're nerds and geeks. We love that shit. That's what we do, all right? Women just recently, more I would say in the last 10 to 12 years, have really started getting heavily into it. But used to go like back in the Gap, when I used to go to San Diego Comic-Con when I was just a wee tyke, okay? There was no women there. You kidding me? It was all dudes. It was all dudes. You see one girl walk through there. Now, oh, a girl, shit, what is she doing here? She lost? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it was. I mean, it's just a different world now, but I mean, you know, you can't step into a male world, a male-dominated field where the guys know a lot. Yeah, hey, this is collaboration, as I keep saying. Filmmaking, television show making, all of these big series and everything, it's about collaboration. You're collaborating with the stars. You're collaborating with directors. You're collaborating with producers, writers. Everybody's a part of this thing. And it sounds like that they wanted to do whatever it is they wanted to do and shut Henry Cavill all the way out. And Cavill wasn't going for it. And I don't blame him. He would rewrite scenes without even alerting other actors in the scenes until it was time to shoot. Yeah, he probably didn't want nobody coming in behind his work and being like, no, don't listen to Henry. Listen to us. We're going to do it. Let's just erase that out of there. All right, put back in what we had originally. That's what it is, okay? Yeah, he was trying to shape this thing closer to what The Witcher is, all right? Not whatever it is that these cats is making. He decided that he didn't want any romantic scenes at all, no kissing, no shirtless scenes, etc. You know, the funny thing is, if a woman said, I don't want any romantic scenes, I don't want no shirtless scenes, no, keep my shirt on, I'm not taking nothing off, everybody would be, oh yeah, girl, slay queen, yeah, no, you don't have to get naked for these men. That's what they would be doing, right? Okay? But Henry Cavill with these female writers and directors just drooling on shit on set. Oh, nah, man, I'm keeping my shit on. Nah, you ain't embarrassing me. No, the answer is no. And these thirsty ass women just crying, he won't take off his shirt. Oh, director, showrunner, Henry won't take off his shirt. Get out of here with that crap, man. He wanted complete control of the storyline. Y'all should have gave it to him. He'd probably still be doing the show. It would probably have been a better show. Shit. But really had no idea the limitations of TV structure and budget. You know what? And that's where you sit them down and say, hey, Henry, we hear your ideas. Let's sit down and let's see how much we can work into this. I guarantee you that's not what was going down. They were just basically saying, hey, Henry, it's my way or the highway. Okay, that's just the way it is. I'm the showrunner. You can't tell me what to do. That's how I see that conversation going, just based on how all of these weirdos keep talking about this stuff. He formed a weird alliance with one writer who was also a gamer who eventually got fired after multiple HR complaints were made. Now they're trying to smear the dude that outed him, okay? The guy that said, oh yeah, all of these dudes, they laugh at the source material. They're actively mocking the source material. Yeah. You see it all coming together, don't you? And after that writer left, Henry did anything he could to hold up production and cause problems. Eventually, top brass at Netflix was tired of him costing them money with delays in HR investigation. And so Henry was under HR investigations as well. Again, no details. These cats are just lying through their teeth. Whoever said this is just a liar, okay? Because you're not giving us any details. Nobody knows anything. You could have dropped any little nuggets, okay? Instead of just generalizing all of your little complaints, okay? Multiple HR complaints were made. About what? Henry did anything he could to hold up production and cause problems. Doing what? What exactly? No details. This again, because details can be refuted, okay? Because if they came out and they said what the details were, Henry Cavill would come back and say, that's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. Here. Hey, no. You ain't gonna smear my name. And if I was Henry, I would actually be trying to reach out and say, hey, man, who is these people? Okay? Let's get some Netflix people out here to talk about this. All right? Because I think this is just an absolute lie. And the showrunner was asked to construct a potential exit for him. Netflix reached out to him personally, and he was given one final warning and violated that warning with an email he sent to the entire writing staff right after that meeting. That was it. I think this final email, that was him saying, I'm out of here. You guys are trash. Okay? Because that's what I would have did. But anyway, man, the whole thing is just a big bunch of bullshit, and you know it. Okay, you know this is nothing but bullshit. And it's a damn shame because Henry is off to making his shit now. Okay, he got Warhammer 40K and he's left y'all in the rear view mirror and he's not saying nothing. Okay, all of this little gossip rag, National Enquirer crap, man, nobody's got time for that, okay? And that's why these shows fail, by the way, okay? Because all of the nonsense that you read in the behind the scenes and everything, a lot of this is probably somewhat true. Again, they're just putting their spin on it. But I guarantee you a lot of this has to do with the fact that they weren't listening to Henry Cavill. They thought that they were bigger than him and we're the showrunners, okay? We're the showrunners. We're bigger than you, okay? We're the ones running the show. You're just an actor. Okay, they thought so. But then when Henry Cavill walks off and everybody blows a gasket and starts blowing the whole spot up, now we're going to have problems with Henry Cavill because he makes us look bad. Okay, by walking off, he made us look bad. And then when the writer came out and told us everything that was going on, that doubly made him look bad. That's what this is all about, you guys. You see? It's amazing that you can get to this level, but this is Hollywood, okay? This is Hollywood. This is how this shit goes down. It's sad to see, but that's what it is. Anyway, folks, what do you think about this whole situation? Man, the lies up and down in this thing is just remarkable, man. Remarkable lying, okay? Omitting details, not giving the real truth about what happened in certain situations. You can tell it. You can just read through the lines, okay? Ultimately, it doesn't matter for Henry Cavill. He's off to do his own thing. And this show is dead on the vine. It is not going to get another season no matter what happens after season 3. I guarantee you this thing is dead. But go ahead, get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. And thanks for watching. See you next time.